Thanks for listening to Raven's Purple Haze here on Spreaker Radio. Thanks for listening to Raven's Purple Haze here on Spreaker Radio. Well, hello. This is Raven's Purple Haze, and today's show is just a small podcast. I've been out of this for a very, very long time, and I'm trying to get my feet wet, and I've been trying to think of things that basically are of many interests, goodness, if I could speak, to me. One of them being marijuana reform laws, health benefits, all that stuff. So a quick synopsis or short little story is basically how I came about this or how I became more of an avid user. I was always a user, but I became more an avid user. And it's through my father's illness. So he was diagnosed with cancer. And obviously, I kept trying to educate my parents about it. And being that they're from the old school, things just didn't work really well. Moving forward, rest in peace. My dad passed away. But still, advocating, talking to people, learning more about it. I figured today's show is going to be short. It's going to give you a little synopsis of things or short stuff, ideas, categories of things that I'm going to touch base on going forward. So this is going to be a permanent show, but going forward, it is basically going to be a podcast about Mary Jane. That is. So one of the topics that I was really researching on or touched upon that really screams at me every time I look into this stuff is about the legalizations, reform and laws and everything that's happening. What I usually find in reference to this is that most states are for it for the global monetary type reason. Everybody's still discussing decriminalization. And I even went as far as finding out what decriminalization would mean in the regular vernacular. So if we're speaking of regular terms, I guess it would mean to remove or reduce the criminal classification of what we have classified marijuana or to be as. Right now it is classified as a Scheduled 1 drug. So basically, it's just up there with heroin and all the good cocaine and all the good name drugs that we have out there, even though we do know all the benefits and all the things that it can help people with. Basically, that's where we're at in this policy. So federally, still illegal because it's classified as a Schedule 1 drug. Statewide, it is left to the states to decide what they want to do. So if you do decide, I do have some information in reference to this, which I'll touch base more on. But basically, this is just a get your feet wet type of podcast where pretty much I'm going to talk about that. So this is just an intro to more shows coming up. I basically wanted to come out and say hi. Thanks for listening. As more shows will be popping up, more research will be done, and we'll discuss more about Mary Jane. That is, thanks. This is Raven Purple Haze. Thanks for listening to Raven's Purple Haze here on Spreaker Radio.